Well, hello, everyone. My name is Jon Brenneman, and I am the president here at MOAA Vacations. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I'll remind everybody at the end, but like we do with all of the webinars, we are taping this webinar. So tomorrow we'll actually send everyone out a copy of this webinar, which you are invited to share with friends and family or anyone you know that might be interested in joining you on a future Regent cruise. In a few minutes, well, we're going to get started. I'm going to talk a little bit about MOAA Vacations, who we are, and what kind of makes us unique in the travel industry. Then I'm going to turn it over to Jodi, and Jodi is going to talk to us a lot about Regent, some of the special group departures we have, and then we're going to finish up with the Q&A. So if you have any questions at any time, you can ask them in the chat. I might try answering some while Jodi is talking about Regent. There's also, in addition to the chat, you'll see there's a little button at the bottom that says Q&A. So feel free to ask your questions in there as well. I want to say a special welcome. I noticed a couple of people signed up. I actually just got back yesterday. For those of you who are familiar with our signature groups, which are the actual escorted group departures, we do 2 of those a year. And the tour of Germany actually just ended yesterday in Munich. We were there for a couple of days for Oktoberfest. Before that, we were in Oberammergau out for the Passion Play, and then prior to that, Nuremberg, Dresden, and Berlin. It was a fantastic trip, and I'm glad to see some familiar faces. I guess I don't actually see their faces, but see some familiar names with some great folks that I just got to spend the last 10 days with as we went across Germany. Okay, so MOAA Vacations, and this actually came up a couple of times when we were going across Germany, and people were asking, why is Brenco, which is the name of our agency, why is Brenco the official travel agency of MOA, and how that worked? And it's really a quite simple process, and the fact that MOAA goes out and looks at it, all the travel agencies are out there. There's 30,000 plus travel agencies currently in the United States. And the reason they select us, and I always just kind of like to talk about this real quick, but the first little box there, superior service. I've been told repeatedly by the folks in Alexandria at MOAA National Headquarters that it is our service level that is the primary reason that we are currently the official travel agency partner. We do something very unique. We do travel on a satisfaction guaranteed basis. We're the only travel agency in the country that does that. And that quite simply means if you have any problems before, during, or after your trip, you contact us and we resolve it to your satisfaction. The second little box there, lowest price, we do have the guaranteed lowest price. It's kind of redundant with the satisfaction guarantee. Obviously, nobody's going to be satisfied if they pay too much. The next thing is free amenities. And these are programs that we actually negotiate with cruise lines and tour companies that in addition to that lowest price, it is an added amenity that they offer MOAA members and MOAA guests in recognition for your service and for your membership in MOAA. With Regent, they do participate in that program as pretty much everyone we work with does. With Regent, you can go on any Regent cruise, any ship, any sailing, any departure this year, next, 2024, and you will receive a $250 per stateroom, or excuse me, per suite onboard credit. And that onboard credit can be used for basically anything that's available for purchase on board. So we certainly thank Regent for partnering with us on that. So in effect, you get the lowest price plus the $250 onboard credit. So once again, thanks Regent for participating in that. And then the group opportunities. I mentioned real quick, I just got back from escorting the Tour of Germany signature group. We do 2 of those signature groups a year that are the larger. We actually had 2 buses that were exclusive to MOAA. In the future, we have like entire ships that we've chartered. But in addition to those 2 signature groups, we do a number of groups with a variety of different vendors throughout the course of the year. And when Jodi's going through her presentation, she actually has a list that shows all of the different Regent groups that we have. Now, when we go through this, keep in mind that you're welcome to travel with Regent on any itinerary you want, on any date you want. You'll get that lowest price. You'll get that $250 onboard credit. But a lot of members we have found, in fact, over half the people that we talk to that call us from MOAA are looking for the opportunity to travel with your fellow members. I can tell you, if you've done it, it's just an added level of fun on your trip. So we will talk about some of those other group opportunities with Regent as well. So as I mentioned, I'm going to turn it over to Jodi. Jodi has a lot of information to go through today. So I was kind of brief in my intro today, but that will make sure we have some time left for Q&A. I do always want to bring up that anything that we offer to members of MOAA, we offer to any of your friends and family that you bring along with you. So be it the $250 onboard credit, I know I've mentioned a bunch of times, or even the groups or the signature groups. If you want to go on one of those departures, you're more than welcome to invite other people to join us as well. So without any further ado, I'm going to actually turn it over to Jodi. There she is. Hi, Jodi.
Hi.
And we're going to go through this. I'm going to mention it again at the end, but I know some of you were on the webinar we did in June. This is a completely new webinar. Am I talking over your video? Oh, sorry.
No, it's not a video. You're fine.
This is a completely new webinar. So if you're on that one, it's going to be all new information. And actually, we're doing another webinar with Regent in November. I'm sure I'll remind you when I send out the video tomorrow, but if you have any thoughts or suggestions or destinations or anything that you'd like Jodi to cover in our next webinar, please let us know, because this is our third one this year. We did January, June, and now September. We're going to do November again. So Jodi and I, when we plan these, are always looking for something to talk about that we haven't talked about previously. And like the video we're going to tape today and put on the MOAA Vacations YouTube channel, the January webinar and the June webinar are also available if you'd like to go back and look those again. If you ever have someday you want to spend 3 hours watching Jodi and I talk cruises, you can watch all three of them back to back. What is it? Binge watching, I guess. You can binge watch Regent and MOAA Vacation. So anyway, Jodi, I'm going to turn it over to you. I know you have a lot to talk about today, so take it away.
Thank you, Jon, very much. And thank you all who have joined the webinar today. I think that this is our most yet as our third webinar. So I'm excited that we're growing more interest with Regent, and I hope that you all end up traveling on Regent and love Regent as much as I myself and Jon and Mike, all of the experts at MOAA Vacations. So thank you again for joining. Today is the first day of fall. I hope that you are ready for that crisp weather. And MOAA Vacations, again, thank you, Jon and team, because these guys are top notch. I absolutely love working with these people. MOAA Vacations overall is an amazing agency, and I truly mean that. We have built such a great partnership over this last year, I would say. So anyway, so I'm going to shut off my video because I don't want to distract you, and then we'll turn it on again when we're back at the Q&A. But if you think of anything, go ahead and put it in the Q&A or the chat, and we'll try to get to it at the end. There's a lot of information and probably a lot that I just won't be able to cover due to the sake of time. So if you think of anything, just throw it in that chat. So I'm gonna stop my video here. Now, as you just did see me, this is me, Jodi Murphy. I've been with Regent for the past 22 years. I absolutely love this company. This brand is amazing inside and out, and I'm so happy to be a part of this amazing company. Now, the future is certainly bright for luxury cruising, and for Regent in particular, we are seeing incredible demand for our product. So to put that into perspective, our 2025 World Cruise was fully reserved prior to it officially going on sale, and our new season launch that came out on August 24th It was our biggest booking day in our history. It is just amazing. We're also seeing global travel restrictions dramatically relax, which makes it so much easier to get back to seeing the world. And we have a few exciting offers currently in the market. And for those of you joining us today, and again, you can share this with your friends and family. Those of you watching the video, we do have an exclusive offer that we'll tell you about after a bit. So what business trends are we seeing? Really, luxury customers are looking for bigger and better experiences. They want to elevate their overall vacation experiences after everything that we have been through. The pandemic, it really took a toll on us, didn't it? And people are looking to travel as a priority and to celebrate all of these missed special occasions and just get back to normal life. So Regent is particularly well placed to answer these needs with our unrivaled service levels, not just for cruise, but for travel overall. If you've never cruised before, it's definitely something that you want to look at doing. Now, versus comparable land-based experiences, our crews are fully staffed and waiting to welcome you on board for that experience of a lifetime. And let me tell you, it is an experience of a lifetime. So now I would say that it is time to dust off your wish list, start planning your Regent cruise to the destinations you've been dreaming of, and work with the luxury experts at MOAA Vacations. So I'm thrilled to be able to be here with you today to showcase our new Voyage collection launch. It opened for sale last month, and again, we saw our most successful booking day in Regent history. Now, taking a look at the highlights of our Voyage collection, we have 160 new itineraries, and this is for 2024 into 2025. And to step back a little bit, Regent guests typically book at least a year in advance. And the earlier you book with us, the farther in advance you book with us, the better pricing you are going to get because our rates increase quarterly. So over 132 overnights and 18 new ports across the Med and Northern Europe. New destination highlights include 2 14-night Alaska sailings, more variety of itineraries in Western Europe than ever before. And for the first time, Canada and New England will be highlighted during the inaugural season of our much anticipated Seven Seas Grandeur. We are going to share a sampling of these destinations a little later in this conversation. But for those of you who are newer or less familiar to Regent, we're going to start with a quick overview. Now, Regent is the leading luxury cruise line operating a 5-ship fleet. Our world's most luxurious fleet is what we call them, offering an unrivaled experience with every luxury included. So what makes Regent what makes our experience so special, I guess to say, is that we've always believed that travel is not a reason to compromise, and when on vacation, your experience should really be unrivaled in every way. So for our discerning luxury clientele, that means delivering the highest standards of service on board our beautifully designed luxurious ships and being able to enjoy the most immersive of travel experiences. Now, Regent is built on 5 key pillars, and it starts with the destination. We visit over 450 destinations worldwide and offer over 2,000 free unlimited shore excursions. Yes, you did hear that correctly, free unlimited shore excursions. Now, immersive exploration is essential to our promise. Not only do we take our guests to all of these destinations, but we let them experience it with unlimited complimentary shore excursions with local experts in every port of call. And our thousands of free unlimited shore excursions are just the start of this incredible array of opportunities ashore. Now, it's not just the shore excursions though with Regent. Our unrivaled experience has every luxury included, and so many guests, they just do not understand what we include. Now, our guests have the comfort of knowing that every imaginable detail is taken care of, and that makes for a very special and unique vacation experience. Nobody does or goes to greater lengths to make your cruises special with every luxury included. So free round trip airfare, and that's on intercontinental flights. We include business class airfare. So if you're flying to Europe, You will be flying in a business class seat on your intercontinental flight. We include economy air on domestic flights, Wi-Fi, unlimited beverages, and that includes specialty coffees, bottled water, freshly squeezed juice at breakfast, and alcohol, fine wines, spirits, specialty dining. There's no packages that you have to purchase to have these things included. You don't have to worry about the confusion with that. We just include it. We also include transfers between our airport and ship with our air package, free prepaid gratuities, free valet laundry, and even more inclusions in concierge suites and above. We also offer personalized service at every turn. Once you sail with us, once you indulge in our unrivaled experience, you will become a guest for life. And building the bonds and friendships with our incredible crew and joining our Regent family is part of it. There are so many guests that come back over and over to find and see and hug their favorite crew member on board. It truly is a family. And I love to see those videos and stories of those bonds and friendships that we've built. Now, we also offer exquisite cuisine and unrivaled dining experiences across multiple specialty dining venues. These are delivered by our masterful culinary teams. Our executive culinary team, who have worked all around the globe, bring decades of experience and flavor to every single dish. We offer open seating, open dining, all complimentary, including specialty and in-suite dining, which means that you can dine whenever you wish with whomever you wish. Plus, we actually offer additional culinary experiences on select ships that offer additional tours to go along with these called Gourmet Explorer Tours. So 2 of our ships, and soon to be our new ship, offer a culinary arts kitchen. So for you foodies, what an amazing experience this culinary arts kitchen is. So with the classes, you actually are able to add on these Gourmet Explorer Tours, which are chef-led tours where you would go into the city with the chef, pick out all of the local ingredients that you need to cook for your culinary arts kitchen class later on in the cruise. Of course, paired with the most beautiful wines. It is an amazing experience, and guests absolutely love, especially the foodies, love these culinary experiences on board Regent. Also, our luxurious accommodations come with large balconies, some of the largest balconies at sea, because we believe that lavish personal space is really core to experiencing the ultimate in luxury travel. Now, and because space is so important now more than ever, it truly is. Our Unrivaled Space at Sea campaign that we started once the pandemic began has been our key differentiator in the current environment. And having that ample and lavish space and service on board our ships is nothing new. It's not a revolutionary concept for us, but was rather a strong reminder of why that personal space, attentive service, and balconies are more important than ever moving forward. Now at Regent, we pride ourselves on having the world's most luxurious fleet and have invested hundreds of millions of dollars to ensure that our ships are perfected. The quality and the craftsmanship of our ships is unparalleled. And again, not to bring this up again, but space is truly a key differentiator with us, and we're perfectly positioned in this arena. So we have a guest capacity from our smallest ship is 482 suites or passengers, I apologize, 482 passengers. Our largest ship is 732 passengers. Now, when you look at this slide here, the Seven Seas Splendor, which is our ship, and in comparison to a premium cruise line, so 732 guests compared to over 3,000 people, you can see why upgrading is worth it. More importantly, look at the space per person. Each little person here has a guest capacity of 100. So it's, kind of what I call elbow room, really. Where would you rather be? Now, And looking at the competitive average, I guess, across 3 luxury and 3 premium brands, the value proposition for Regent's unrivaled experience, it really can't be beat. And we give this true, unrivaled experience. Now, a lot of times when you see pricing, maybe for a premium cruise line, you're going to see pricing starts out a lot less than a Regent cruise. And depending on the voyage, we may be higher still. In the end, we may be about the same, or maybe just a little bit under. But for you, this is, what are you looking for in an experience? So our rate in this example starts at $59.99 per person. Another luxury cruise line starts at $48.56 per person, and the premium starts at $19.06 per person. Mind you, on the premium, we have 2,489 guests, and on here, our Seven Seas Mariner is 684 guests. So you see our price compared to the others, and you wonder, well, I should probably book the premium. But what you don't realize is that we include all of these things in the cost of our cruise. So you would not have to pay for anything additional once you get on board a Regent cruise. With the other two, they do not include everything as we do. So you would have to pay more. And in this example, you ended up paying more sailing with 2,487 other guests than you would have on our Seven Seas Mariner with 682 other guests. Now, your advisor with MOAA can explain this to you. We have other diagrams, and they can show you really what that value means. And having experienced Regent themselves is really invaluable, and they can truly tell you what the difference is between us and those other cruise lines. So again, you've got to think of what type of experience are you looking for. Now in 2023, we will add to our world's most luxurious fleet with the delivery of our ship named Seven Seas Grandeur. And she's arriving in November of 2023. She is a sister ship to our Seven Seas Explorer and Seven Seas Splendor. And she takes our unrivaled experience really to a whole new level. I'm so excited to be able to see this ship. Our designers have done such a magnificent job of marrying the comfort, elegance, and style in this fresh and exciting new way. So I wanted to show you this beautiful, beautiful ship. So introducing Compass Rose, the largest specialty restaurant at sea where you can fully customize your dining experience. Now, Compass Rose is not a specialty restaurant at sea, but with Compass Rose, there are different menu selections every night of the week that are from our specialty venues. So essentially you can eat in Compass Rose every night of the week and try menu options from our specialty venues. The archways here, absolutely beautiful, will make it feel as though guests are dining under an illuminated canopy of an enchanted forest, and there's tree-like pillars. They're embedded with crystals, as you can see. I think in person that this is just going to be stunning. Now, Chartreuse is our chic French restaurant. Inspired by French glamour of Paris in 1925, the chandelier at the top that you see is sketched from the iconic Coco Chanel fabric of this time. You can see the leather and organic textures outside on the walls. I love Chartreuse. Menu selections, of course, creme brulee for desserts, but I would say it's more of a modern, so like French onion soup served upside down in the bowl. Now our observation lounge will have more of a relaxed tone of luxury, has a spectacular chandelier built of thousands of crystals sewn into these organic mesh structures, and it creates a really beautiful and special space. Now the Regent Suite, this is an iconic suite that we have that is only offered on Seven Seas Splendor and Seven Seas Explorer. This suite boasts over 4,000 square feet of space with every imaginable amenity included, such as full spa with free unlimited spa treatments that come with this suite. This suite has been designed with a special art collection in mind. It's got bespoke items curated and placed throughout. The Regent Suite is indeed the most luxurious address at sea. Now you can see this is the bedroom for the Regent Suite. So this suite boasts a spacious and calming bedroom area. It's got another bedroom as well, walk-in closets, balconies, multiple balconies. It is absolutely gorgeous. Also, the Regent Suite has the best view in the house, the top of the ship. It's got a panoramic wrap around balcony. So it just looks like a home to me. And the sky lift, they call it sky lift, glass enclosed parlor aboard the Grandeur. So this is different than our other ships. It makes the views even better. So even for me, I am just wowed by this amazing ship. Now, this is the Constellation Theater where you'll enjoy fantastic shows from Broadway musicals to comedy and enrichment lectures. Because our ships are small, it doesn't mean that we don't have everything that those larger ships do have. And here's a sneak peek of our serene spa entrance. It's just wow to me. Now, the spa is located at the back of the ship, so you'll have the spectacular views and the outdoor space. It boasts 3 hot tubs waiting to welcome you to watch this amazing sunset. So I always just picture myself in these images. I just don't have any words. So let's start thinking. Where would you like to go? We all know that the most important part of choosing a vacation is destination. And we have cruises all over the world. Wherever you want to go, we can make the experience more special and more memorable than anyone else, truly. And is there anywhere that you're thinking of now that, maybe that you would be particularly excited about? So I wanted to talk about our Voyage Collection debut, but I also wanted to talk about our special MOAA groups and the exclusive amenities to you MOAA members. And partnering with MOAA Vacations, we have been doing more and more and more. And if there is something that maybe you want to see that we don't have an exclusive group, let your MOAA advisor know, because it's likely that we can do something. If you've got a group of people that you like to travel with, and you don't see that maybe we are offering a MOAA exclusive group on that date, ask for it. It's something that we may be able to do. So I always say, if you don't ask, you don't get, and just ask, because the more that we can bring in everything that you want, you are just going to love Regent even more. So our MOAA exclusive group departures, they're going to offer you a $400 shipboard credit per suite, exclusive private cocktail parties for MOAA members. It is there and more. So I know that this is probably hard to really see, and I'll go over a few of these in more in depth, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in 2023. We go into 2024 and then 1 in 2025 here. So again, if there's a cruise in 2023 that you want to travel with your group of travelers, please let us know. Same for 2024 and then 2025. Well, we just recently opened our 2024 and 2025. Now, it is best to book early, again, as I had mentioned. Now with these dates, we will have the best pricing for you no matter what, as long as there is availability on these sailings. And I wanted to give you a little bit more of an idea of when we talk about immersive exploration and visiting over 450 worldwide destinations, there are endless options that we offer for you to truly immerse yourself into the destination. We talked about the free and limited shore excursions. We also offer upgraded shore excursions. We call it choice of excursion. So these might be something that is a little bit more in depth, a smaller tour like a helicopter tour over a glacier in Alaska, for example. These are going to be Regent Choice Shore excursions. We also offer small group tours, and these have a maximum of 16 guests for really and truly that more in-depth and personalized experience. Go local tours have been really wonderful with our past guests because with these, there are select ports of call where we offer these go local tours. And say that this is in Rome, for example, you've been there over and over and over. So you don't think that there would be anything for you to do in Rome? Well, there is. With these go local tours, you spend the day with a local, you really dive in, you see the city through their eyes, you do things that you would never be able to experience before. Authentic restaurants, it's really a great option for us to be able to offer. And then the Gourmet Explorer tours, which I was discussing earlier with our culinary arts kitchen classes. This will be on 3 ships. It is currently being offered on Seven Seas Splendor, Seven Seas Explorer, and will be offered on our brand new Seven Seas Grandeur when she comes out. We offer also wellness tours, and then we've got bespoke arrangements. So say that you'd like to decide exactly what you would like to do when you're touring. You can let us know or let your MOAA luxury expert know, and we will work with our ground operator to set up a tour that is a full day or half day private car, and you can pick out exactly what you want to do, and we'll set it up and you're still doing it with us. And we also offer pre and post cruise land programs. Many are free depending on the destination. Could be Africa, a safari, a tour to the Taj Mahal, for example. We also offer mid-cruise overland programs on select voyages, pre and post cruise hotel programs. Actually, in concierge suites and above, we offer a included pre-night prior to the cruise, which is very handy right now as this air situation is going, and we know with flights being canceled, it's been a big issue, but with this, you don't have to worry about not making it. We have import overnight, so you're able to stay out longer into your destination and do more there. And of course, visiting over 350 UNESCO World Heritage Sites is offering so many ways for you to check things off of your bucket list. So let's take a look at a sampling of new itineraries from our launch and some of the most iconic destinations, of course, that you have to go to in your lifetime. So we actually have a new longer sailing to Alaska. This is a round trip Vancouver, and we have not done this before. Our feedback from our guests is that they wanted more time in Alaska because we are only 7 days round trip. So this is a total of 14 nights on board Seven Seas Explorer for next year. You'll embark in Vancouver, headed north through the Inside Passage, calling into Wrangell, Juneau, Skagway, Sitka. You'll cruise the Hubbard Glacier before arriving into Seward. Your southbound journey through the Inside Passage calls into the Icy Strait Point, and then cruise the Endicott Arm Fjord, Ketchikan, and Victoria before returning to Vancouver. So you get to see a lot of different places with this itinerary. Now into the Mediterranean, we have our Seven Seas Splendor is one of the 5 ships based in Europe in the 2024 season. So in this is for April 14th, and in April, you're definitely going to beat the crowds and the heat, because if you've been to Europe before, you know the summer, it is hot. We have a new port of call that we are going to this year in Spain, and is one of the 9 new ports of call in the Mediterranean. Now, next, our Grandeur, Seven Seas Grandeur, so our new ship. There's 2 voyages that these are separate, but the itineraries would not mirror. So it's classic med sailings, Greece and Italy, they're both currently popular destinations. So enjoy all of these things without repeating ports and go on a longer cruise. We have the July 21st, 10 nights, and then add on July 31st for 14 nights. And look at these, and we have this information all over where you can view, but the first sailing offers up to 101 included shore excursions, and the second up to 96 included shore excursions. And when I tell you these shore excursions that we include, they aren't just the city tours and bus tours and walking tours. There's some really amazing tours that we include that you wouldn't believe that aren't included. Now on to Northern Europe. Sailing the route of the Vikings, the Scandinavian marvel, it really beckons you into this breathtaking world of Norway's wondrous fjords, I would say. So Oslo is a place that you've got to go. And all of these quaint little cities, cultural gems, are places that are wonderful to check off of that bucket list. So this is for September 3rd, 2024, a 19-night 7-sea splendor, Oslo to London, and has up to 79 included shore excursions. Now our Explorer returns to be closer to home with Australia and New Zealand. And we've got this Asia, Australia, it's Bali to Sydney, December 4th, 2024, 16-night cruise, up to 40 included shore excursions on this one, embarking in Bali and ending in Sydney. There's so many things, and we could go on about what you can do in these places, but you have to go at least once. I mean, you could go multiple times and see so many different ports of call in these destinations, but you've really got the opportunity to further immerse yourself into the Bali life, or enjoy discovering the beautiful city of Sydney with an included pre or post land program on this voyage. So if you're thinking about something like this, what a great voyage to look at. And of course, cherry blossom season in Japan is absolutely stunning. Oops. No, it just is mind of its own here right now. Doesn't want to stay on this slide. I apologize. The computer it's not going to stay on that slide. Well, we've got, okay, so round trip Tokyo. This itinerary, it sells out every single year. And actually the 2024, we couldn't get group space. So we're including it group space for 2025 March sailing, March 5th, I believe it is. So round trip Tokyo, again, very popular. We've got the group with MOAA Vacations. If you're interested in this destination ever, I highly suggest holding it now because it will sell out. And we offer free pre and post land programs on the round trip Tokyo. And if you didn't want them, you could actually remove it and we'll give you a credit for that. Just as with air with us, if you didn't want to do air with us, you can remove the air and we'll give you a credit for that. Now, I did mention our 2025 World Cruise at the beginning of this. This is the longest world cruise in our 30-year history, and it was sold out pre to us even opening up this voyage. But you know, not everyone deposited on it. So actually there are a few open. I haven't checked recently, but the last time I did, there was only 2 categories with limited availability. So if you're looking at an itinerary where you can check off multiple destinations from your bucket list, this would be the way to go. And if you would be on a cruise for 150 nights, we have 3 oceans cruise, 12 seas, straits, gulfs, bays, and channels, 5 continents, 25 countries, 97 ports of call, 16 overnight stays, 48 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and 396 shore excursions that are included on this world cruise alone. So we just have curated this incredible experience on land for luxury travelers to enjoy, with the shore excursions, the in-port overnight stays. It really just allows for the extended exploration of these fascinating places, including Rio, Brazil, Bora Bora, in French Polynesia, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Also with the 48 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Wow. So an exclusive bespoke amenities, including unlimited valet laundry, including dry cleaning and pressing. We give phone time per suite, onboard medical services, commemorative gift, and more on the world cruises. So definitely reach out to your MOAA advisor if you're interested in this. Now, so for obviously there are many, many, many more itineraries, destinations that we offer out there, and it's so hard to pick and highlight the best ones because your bucket list might be different than someone else's. So just because you didn't see an itinerary featured that maybe you were interested in doesn't mean that we don't offer it. So we have our online with that. We have brochures. We've got a calendar, which I think, John, we might be able to send out after the cruise ends. You know, we'll see what we can get you. We'll get you all of the information. But for more information on the full list of the 2024-2025 itineraries, be sure to reach out to your MOAA travel advisor because their expertise and guidance, along with this highly personalized service, will ensure that you find the right itinerary for you, whether it's for a special occasion or simply for the joy of travel. If you know that you've got a special birthday or anniversary coming up in 2023, 24, or even 25, it is so smart to plan that now with Regent. And the value of a travel advisor, I think that it's not even something that I really need to explain anymore. After all of this went on in the world, they are chef's kiss. You know, their expertise and professional guidance is invaluable, highly personalized and professional service and peace of mind. So please reach out. Now, I did want to mention that we are coming to the end of September where we have an offer called First Class in Every Way. And this is first class air offered on select Alaska, Caribbean, and Canada, New England voyages that are in 2023. Now this offer, it actually ends October 31st. However, if you remember, I mentioned that our rates increase quarterly. And October 1st will be a rate increase, and it'll be a significant rate increase, due to inflation, pandemic, and I would recommend, if there's anything that you're interested in booking it prior to September 30th. Now, these group dates, we've got locked in fares. MOAA Vacations has an advantage with all of these. But again, if your voyage that you were interested in isn't on what we've got, we can probably set that up, but you want to reach out before September 30th to them. And the first class air in every way, in these destinations, we normally offer economy class air. So this is nice. And we only have, there's only so many first class seats available. So once those are all taken, then we have to close the promotion on those dates. But again, this is open actually through October 31st, but I would recommend booking before September 30th or September 30th. You can hold an option and you don't have to pay it for another 7 days. Now, again, as John mentioned at the beginning, the exclusive MOAA offer with us is a free $250 per suite shipboard credit on all departures. So you're like, Jodi, well, you said that everything is included. What do I need a shipboard credit for? Well, with the shipboard credit, you can use that to book and pay to upgrade your shore excursions. So those smaller group tours that we were talking about before, you can use that shipboard credit to pre-book and pay for those. Also, the salon and the spa and the boutique are other places that you can use that shipboard credit. And believe me, you'll find ways to spend that shipboard credit. The boutiques have a lot of wonderful jewelry, wink wink ladies, on board, and there's a lot of great stuff. So I did want to also mention that We have an exclusive MOAA Vacations offer. Now, this would be for new bookings starting tomorrow, September 23rd, and this will be through October 7th. So on any sailing that we have, you will earn a savings if you book within the next 2 weeks. And the savings depends on the length of the cruise and the suite category that you book. So a 0 to 14 day length cruise. And if you book a penthouse suite and above, you'll save $550. Concierge suites will save $400, and then deluxe veranda and window suites $300, and so forth. So that is again for 2 weeks, and hopefully you could find something before September 30th even that you are interested in. Now, the time for luxury, it is truly now. So as you look to explore the world once more, and again, remember that Regent delivers an unrivaled experience with an extraordinary value. And upgrade now and book your wish list trips. Don't compromise on your travel experience, and make sure that you take advantage of the rich offer that we're providing you today for attending our events. Contact your travel advisor, share this with your friends and your family, because they would be able to also receive this in booking with MOAA Vacations. And now we would like to open it up to the Q&A. Actually, Jon has probably been busy answering all of the questions because he is a Regent expert as well. But if you think that I missed anything, Jon?
I didn't. We had some questions we might address. I was just answering another one, which I guess I can address first because I started to type an answer to it. And it was about, does the onboard medical services accept TRICARE? And Jodi, you may not be aware of this, but TRICARE is a medical program offered through MOAA. Typically the way this would work is if you receive medical services on board Regent or any of the cruise lines, they would actually just charge that to your onboard account. Typically those are not major expenses. You could then file a claim with TRICARE or whoever, Medicare or whoever your insurance is for reimbursement. Or if you have trip insurance, you could file for reimbursement for them. Almost every cruise line, if it's anything serious, they are going to get you to a full service medical facility as quickly as possible, because they just don't really have the expertise, the equipment, whatever you want to say, to handle those on board. So, and we've had a number of those over the years. And so that's part of the reason we always suggest medical insurances in those instances. I do not know of any, Jodi, you might, of any significant onboard claims. I mean, we've had them before where the ship has made a stop, and someone's had, emergency surgery and those types of things. And then that's where you get into really needing the trip insurance, because we recently had somebody who was on a Cunard cruise. They disembarked them, they had immediate surgery, and the trip insurance company paid directly to the hospital there in London. So I hope that answers it. I'm not really sure. Jodi, do you have anything you want to add? I mean, I don't think you're familiar with TRICARE,
I'm
so
not.
I'm not really sure, how you're going to answer that.
But
so.
I would recommend insurance. I mean, you never know. You just never know whether, if something's happened and never happened in the past, you just never know. And then on an investment and a vacation like this, I would recommend insurance no matter who you book insurance with.
Gotcha. I'm going to go backwards. One of the first question we had was about past passenger programs. And I kind of answered it, but as you may or may not be aware, Jodi, because I don't know how aware you are of other companies, but like with Royal Caribbean, they have 3 brands: Royal, Celebrity, and Silver Sea. And with Royal and Celebrity, your cruises on Royal count towards Celebrity levels, and Celebrity counts to Royal levels. Silver Sea does not. On the Carnival family, with Carnival, Holland, Princess, Cunard, and those, and then they have Seabourn, which would be a luxury line, which Silver Sea would be included, which of course Regent is included. Your bookings on Princess will apply to Holland, and they have some inner kind of your loyalty in the families, will affect your levels. And I know that Seabourn is not included in that either. So I kind of said that, they're not, NCL not including Regent would be kind of more par for the course rather than the outlier. But the question was, why doesn't Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings do a past passenger loyalty program brand wise instead of just cruise line wise? And I didn't know if you had anything you wanted to add to that.
Honestly, we have asked before because we get asked all the time, and we just do not combine loyalty statuses between Oceania, Regent, and NCL.
Yep.
We're three completely different brands, and even though we are owned by the same parent company, we keep them separate.
Well, and there's, I kind of think what I was trying to say by saying the Royal Caribbean doesn't include Silver Sea, and the Carnival family doesn't include Seabourn. A line like Regent that is basically all inclusive and basically different. I mean, it's so much different in the way you do cruises than NCL does. It's not like looking at Princess and Holland where they have the similarity. A lot of questions about singles. I'm going to roll them all into one. But there was a question about what do you offer singles, and also do you have any single cabins? I answered it, it's on there, but I would love for your input on singles.
So singles, we actually, every quarter, we have certain dates that we offer specials for singles. And so October will come out with a new dates where we either add or remove to our existing dates. There is a spot on our website that we have specials where we link all of the dates that offer single supplement specials. The singles program is amazing. And I was told once from a passenger on a webinar that she said that we had the best singles program. I like to say that because she said we had the best, and she has done quite a few. But we give you the ability to go with the other singles and have dinner or tour with them, whatever you like. You don't have to if you don't want to. But select sailings, they start at a 25% single supplement. So it just depends on the sailing, but we also don't wait until closer to a voyage. We do these now and set those for you because, again, Regent guests book far in advance, and we wouldn't want to make a single person wait. So,
well, kudos for that.
Yes.
Somebody mentioned the Rome to Barcelona itinerary is amazing. Would you like to comment on that?
Is that the one you picked?
No. We agree. That's why we picked it.
Yeah.
When you book, is the entire amount due, or would there be a deposit when a certain amount and then a certain amount of time to pay it off?
So deposit is 15% of the cruise fare. So once you hold an option with the MOAA advisor team, you have 7 days to either deposit or it will auto cancel. So like when I was saying, hold an option September 30th, and you have 7 days to say if you want it or not, where you could see what the new price would be starting October 1st. But then depending on length of voyage, up until 150 days prior to your sailing, you're in an admin fee penalty is what we call it. And it's $100 per person. And with that, if you cancel in an admin fee, then that would go back into a future cruise credit for you to use at a future time.
Any singles cruises?
No singles cruises specifically.
Okay. Let me see. NCL Cruise Line Holding shareholder benefit.
We do offer that.
Pardon me?
We do offer shareholder benefits.
Anything that cruise lines offer would be available through MOAA Vacations. So if, so we stop any additional questions about that. So, because a lot of the big cruise holding agencies, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, offer benefits. If those benefits are available, then you'd certainly get that through MOAA Vacations. Kind of rolls into our best price guarantee. One other thing, somebody had something about a single, and oh, I got that single cruises. Okay. Oh, are you assigned a travel agent? To a certain extent, yes. We are a team here at MOAA Vacations. So if you call and you need assistance, certainly anyone you talk to will help you to the best of their ability. But in almost all instances, you'll end up having one agent that you talk to through this booking process. In fact, our clients find in most cases they prefer to work with one agent for all of their bookings. So if you book this year and next year and that kind of stuff, you build a rapport. We do have notes in our system, so the agents put notes in. But as we all know, reading somebody else's notes about what somebody's personal preferences are different than having one agent that you've worked with through a number of years. I think it speeds up the process. You're working with somebody who knows you and knows what you like. But it's not so much as you're assigned someone here as you have an agent you work with, and they're available to help you, or anyone here is available to help you. And then we got 4 more minutes. Looks like one other question, and this, oh, nope, they keep coming in. Okay, so this one says, Regent appears to be tailored to a luxury experience. They've traveled previously with Viking, which has superior service, but more relaxed atmosphere of adults only cruising.
I would say to that, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, if a Viking is an adults only, for sure.
Typically we're not going to have. Typically, the time that we have children is going to be in the summer, in Alaska or some med cruises, because we do offer a children's program. But then you can have those multi-generational family trips too. But also, we don't not allow children, but we don't have a children's we don't have water slides and rock climbing walls and that.
It certainly isn't like, been in this business for 3.5 decades. I've gone on a Thanksgiving cruise, on Celebrity. Not to pick on Celebrity, I'll just say on a Thanksgiving cruise once that had 700 kids on it. So you certainly don't get that on the Viking Ocean cruises or Regent or any of the upscales. They don't have kids programs, so I guess you'd say they don't cater to them. But as far as the question is how do they compare? I would certainly say that it's a relaxed atmosphere on Regent as well. You're not going to have formal nights. You're not going to have people who are dressed up fancy and anything like that. They're there to, and I'll let Jodi talk about this more. I can tell she's got some she wants to say, but I mean, it's certainly, there's no requirements. I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with. Wearing, particularly during the day when you're on the excursions. The last time I went on Regent, it was in the summer. We did Greek Isles. I mean, it was warm in the summer in Greece, and that's putting it mildly. So everyone was wearing shorts, and shirts and sandals during the day. And then at dinner, once again, it was still warm in the evening. So whatever comfortable. People weren't wearing ties or jackets or those types of things. But by the same token, I will say I did wear a tie a couple of nights, but that's because, we wanted to, kind of, I don't want to say play dress up, but get dressed up, look nice, get some photos of us, as a family together and those types of things. So it is, I would say it is very similar in my opinion, and kind of a laid back, as all cruises are kind of going more towards that, to you're on board, it's your vacation, do whatever you would enjoy during that. So Jodi?
Well, and a lot of people think that luxury is stuffy and they have formal nights and all of that, and you don't at all. Actually, we have so after 6 p.m. in the dining room, we just require no slacks. There's no shorts or tennis shoes required. But we do have a casual dining option now that we offer that's weather permitting at the Pool Grill. So you could wear your shorts and t-shirts, say, if you didn't want to change for dinner, and you could do that at the Pool Grill. Also, in-suite dining is included, and our suites are large enough. They start at 300 square feet and go up to the 4,000 square foot suite. So you can dine comfortably in your suite on your balcony, and dinner will serve you course by course off the main dining room menu. So those are options that are also included that a lot of people don't see as well.
It's also, I say, an option that I don't think as many people take advantage of as probably should. I think there's just not enough knowledge of what that can be like to be in your room, and you could be in your bathrobes. You're in your room, out on your balcony, and as you said, they bring a suite. You can order off the menus and get exactly what you want in a much more long, tiring day. Why get up and go out when they can bring it to you? Okay, so one last question, because we're right at 3, and I know how we try to keep these things punctual. And that would be to quantify your single offering. So how many sailings would you say, just give us a rough quantity of sailings, have the reduced single supplement?
There's a lot, and 100 more. There's a lot.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a lot. So many that if somebody asks for a list of all of them, it's cumbersome to
Well, they
put it
don't all
together.
fit on a flyer that we offer. So
It's more like I'm looking to go to Alaska in June. Which sailings have a single supplement in June of 2023 or whatever it would be is a way to kind of do that. It's not like I'm sure I know what he's talking about, where they'll say they have something, and then you look, and it's more so the ones that do them kind of last minute, so they don't really know, and then they have 5 or 6 sailings that they may have the next quarter, and it's really limiting. So really, if you know where you want to go and about when you want to go, then let us know, and we can certainly steer you in that direction. Other than that, reminder, we're going to send everybody a copy of the webinar, so you can view it at your leisure. You can send it to friends and family. As we all know, it's a lot of times it's fun to travel with other folks. Once again, you can bring friends along, and they will get all of the amenities that we've talked to today. So certainly appreciate everybody for being here today. These are a lot of fun. We do 1 or 2 a month. We mentioned we'll have Regent again in November. Got a lot more things we could talk about, but certainly if there's something that you would like to talk about. I think there's one other question I forgot, so I'm going to go back to it because I answered it. And somebody was asking if we were going to offer the med in 2025. And if you didn't see my answer to that, I just wanted to say, because yes, the easy answer is yes, we will be offering med in 2025. But as you look through and see what's offered, if you have a suggestion and say, looking at 2024 or 2025 or whatever it is, I think this is a great itinerary. You should certainly consider it for building a MOAA group around us. Let us know, because a lot of times it's Jodi and myself, the staff, Steve and Mike, whoever it is, the people that we have that specialize in MOAA, Kristen, Lisa, whomever else it might be. I feel like I'm at the Academy Awards. There's going to be somebody I don't name. I should never start saying names. But if there's something that you have as a suggestion, like, you look at it and you say, it would be great if we had a group here. And I know I mentioned before I was on this tour of Germany, but on that tour of Germany, a lot of people brought up future group trips that they'd like to see. So we always look for your feedback, because we're here to do whatever you guys would like us to do. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jodi for the last word. But on behalf of myself, my team, and everybody at MOAA, Jodi, we certainly appreciate all the support we get from Regent. We appreciate the special offers you offer, and we appreciate your time that you're going to take 4 times this year. So every quarter, you're taking an hour out of your day just to talk to us. So we really appreciate it. So thank you, and I'll let you have the last word.
Thanks, Jon, and I appreciate you as well. And I am not fibbing when I say this, and I said at the beginning, these advisors are wonderful partners. They're knowledgeable, and I think that they are top-notch, the best. So again, I know you heard me say it, this is not a sales ploy. Our rates are increasing October 1st, and it is a significant increase due to inflation and the pandemic. If there's something that you want to see or that you're interested in, have them hold an option for you at least by September 30th. And then you've got the rate locked in of prior to the October 1st increase. You'll probably thank me that I mentioned that. So that is it.
All righty. Any other questions? I saw a couple came in after 3. I'll have an agent email you the answer on that, because we like to try to stay scheduled as much as we can. But I'm sure you'll come up with other questions either later today or when you rewatch the webinar, when you talk to your friends and family. So give us a call or drop us an email anytime. We're here to answer any of the questions you might have. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.